Welcome back to Sports Showtime. And here in studio with me, I have Sports Showtime's own Seth Lewis. Seth, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
All right, Seth, let's jump back into this football thing. I hope you brought your red pen and your Gold Star sticker pack because we're about to give the LSU team some grades. Let's kick things off with the offense. What you give them?
I think it's pretty obvious that the offense this week did not play up to par, but I won't go as hard as most. As I say, they got a D+. Now, I know it might seem crazy, but the reason is they have had spurts on offense when they needed it against Georgia and moved the ball well at time against Mississippi State. But 44 yards in one half against Florida is not going to do it. And the blame for the lethargic effort goes to everyone. Quarterback Jordan Jefferson has to do a better job of leading his team down the field, but in the same breath, the offensive line in front of him must do a better job of blocking. And most importantly, offensive coordinator Gary Crowton must do a better job of opening up the playbook and utilizing young playmakers like Ruben Randall and Russell Shepard.
Could not have said it better myself. I mean, we got an offensive coordinator nicknamed the Wizard, but we saw no magic in Tiger Stadium on Saturday. Now, one of the big hires in the offseason was defensive coordinator John Chavis. What do you give his defense?
Now, the defense, on the other hand, was very impressive. I would give them a B+. Any defense that can hold the Florida Gators, the #1 ranked team in the nation, to 13 points has to be top-notch. The defense throughout the day continued to keep the team in it with stop after stop on quarterback Tim Tebow and his #2 ranked offense. They played with an intensity and swagger, and players like Jai Eugene stepped up big when their numbers were called on. And don't forget about the stellar play most of the game against Georgia, surrendering no touchdowns to ULL, and the soon-to-be legendary goal line stand against Mississippi State. They've given up some big plays, but in college football, what defense doesn't?
Exactly. You got to kind of be content with giving up, yards here and there to speedsters like Jeff Demps and Chris Rainey in that Florida backfield. Now, last but certainly not least, how special has our special teams been?
Brian, I would have to give the special teams a C. They actually played a big role in the Florida game, as without them, LSU wouldn't have had points on the board. Kicker Josh Jasper is on point this year. He's 9 for 10 in field goal attempts, and I don't think I need to mention how important a reliable college football kicker can be. And you can't forget Chad Jones' special teams play of the season so far with his 93-yard return against Mississippi State. He single-handedly saved their game. But unfortunately for Tiger fans, the speedy kick and punt returner Trendon Holiday has been under wraps so far this season. He's had some breakout returns, but no touchdowns as of yet.
Good point, Seth. People don't understand how big a good kickoff or punt return and how much it could kind of ignite your offense. But people don't realize that. All right, thanks for your grades. They were a little stern, but maybe they'll change over the course of the season. We'll have you back to give those.